Well, hello everybody. It is that time of week again. We are back with with another episode of Paraclue, episode 8. Today is Tuesday, December 9th, and we're gonna dive into some of the secrets of Antarctica. There's so many theories out there um, about what's all these different operations that might be happening, what might be there, what's stored there, and such. But with all these different secrets, what truly is actually happening within Antarctica? Well, let's discuss. Okay, oh, what the heck is going on here?
The flashlight going. Ooh. All right.
I was gonna say your face
Not
looks
going
like
on.
Antarctica now.
Oh my god.
Um,
Ready? Strobing.
yeah,
Okay.
we'll put that
Or
as
enough,
put that as
enough raving.
a future thumbnail right there.
Yeah, right.
So welcome back everybody to another episode of Paraclue with your hosts Zach and myself. And we have another great episode for you guys. And as always, if you want to call in, we're going to have the link ready for you in the chat section. We're broadcasting to YouTube and Twitch. Um, if you have any paranormal stories, want to chime in on the topic, or if you just have a question for us, uh, we'll be starting to take calls at approximately 8:30. And of course, we have memes we have to show, and
The memes are always legendary up in here.
memes are
Always,
always
always
legendary.
top tier. Always
And I can
the
tell you,
finest grade.
Olivia has officially said she will accept the title of meme master.
Nice,
So,
nice. I love that. Nice,
um,
nice.
so, but and then on top of that, of course, we have our other special guests, or basically hosts, the spirits of Wildwood Sanitarium. How's it going tonight, spirits of Wildwood Sanitarium? Dr. Henderson, Dr. Perry, nurses, Tommy, Anna. How's it going tonight? Well, it sounded like they were saying we're getting along, and if that's the case, good, good. I mean, I don't know if you're
They
getting
do.
along.
They seemed hyped when I turned around. They were ready to go.
So what was it that because I saw you like getting really hyped up when we were setting up. What exactly was going on when you were setting up?
I was just talking to them. I'm like, you guys ready for this? Let's go. Come on, like, you ready to communicate? I was just like, I was hyping up, and they're like, yeah, yeah, yes. Like they're all about it, man. They're ready. I think it's gonna be a good night. Honestly, I really think it's gonna be a good night. Last week we had crazy evidence happening. Remember that? Like it was with the Grim guys and everything. We had
Grim
so
guys,
much
yeah, yep.
happening. Oh my god, like that was awesome. I kind of hope to have something just as equal, if not better, this week with
Oh yeah,
them,
that would
obviously.
be.
But the whole thing today, though, like we want to talk about beforehand, is Antarctica, right? I mean, that's the whole topic for today.
Oh, of course, but before we get into that, there's one thing that I do want to talk about that I have posted on Facebook that will be coming to the Paraclue channel. As many of you know, if you haven't noticed already, the YouTube channel for us has changed from Paraclue to, oh, hang on, from uh, Paraclue to the Paraclue channel. And so we're getting ready to launch additional content on the channel, some pre-recorded, some lives. Um, and really expand on what we've already been doing, but also really diversifying, so to speak,
Yeah.
the different types of content that we'll be providing. So think of our channel as something as like you watch some of your favorite TV channels, like for instance, back when I was a kid, Nickelodeon is the one that pops to mind. Nickelodeon didn't it wasn't a show called Nickelodeon. It had all these different shows that you always looked forward to. So we're trying to design
Yeah.
Paraclue essentially to be that. And this was the most recent one that was announced that is being rebooted, which is Paranormal Puzzle: Secrets of Wildwood Sanitarium. And it's only appropriate because Wildwood Sanitarium. Need I say more?
Yeah, it's definitely good content, guys. This will be worth checking out.
This series is being rebooted. So what you saw originally, this was on Paraflix. What you saw there, the series is going to be undergoing a complete reboot. It's going to change up the way the content is presented, what content is presented. But the thing that we couldn't really do, that we could do with that we're going to do on our channel, is we want our content to remain interactive in some way, even if it's pre-recorded. So we have some interactive things that we're going to be putting into. Of course, you won't be able to interact during. We're not going to see the live. You're not going to have the live interactions, but there is going to be an interactive aspect that your interaction is going to have an impact on the next episode. And I will leave it at that until we are ready to go. Likelihood we will not release the first paranormal puzzle episode until 2026. But this is one of the three types of content that is going to be released aside from the Paraclue vodcast. And then to add to that, since the Paraclue vodcast is one of the primary things of this, it's all about finding clues about the paranormal. Any of the series that ends up on the Paraclue channel, we're going to have we're going to look at evidence, review things that are going to appear on the Paraclue vodcast itself, where we're going to really examine that stuff and find different clues. So all the stuff that's going to go there, you're going to end up finding out about different things that have happened during the episodes. So definitely going to be very exciting for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Good things coming. Very good things coming, and we have other other plans for content as well. We have a few different things in mind that we're going to be working on. Other than that, which we'll announce in the future. But for now, yeah, what John said.
Yeah, we're gonna have some really good stuff. We're gonna be launching things throughout this month going into next year, and it's gonna be great. Very diverse content, and we're gonna continue to expand from there.
Oh
So,
yeah, yeah.
and if there's things that you guys want to see too, please message us, comment, let us know different types of content that you
Oh
would
yeah,
like to
yeah.
see on our
Oh yeah,
channel.
of course. Yeah, at the end of the day, like the whole point of this is really like building a community, right? And like
Yep,
kind of getting everybody's opinions on what they want to see, and kind of just putting that into play essentially, or trying to work into exactly how our plans are and with that, and merging it together and creating pretty much the best channel we can make here. Really, I mean, like, that's the whole idea of this. Like, and solving the paranormals together and other different things, other different topics. Yeah, yeah, great things.
absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. The common story. Yep, tons of great things. Tons.
Yep,
We got so much planned, and we got tons of events at Wildwood too, which are going to kind of tie into this as well. It's like me and Brooke. We sat down and we planned out all of our events for the entire year of 2026, or most of the events at least. We'll probably add more throughout the year, possibly. But we put that all on our website and everything with more information to come about each one soon. And well, we're gonna find a way to tie that with the Paraclue channel. Obviously, like I'm gonna get. John actually just finished up a banner we're gonna put over here on the wall real soon, which is gonna have all of our information for Paraclue channel. Sorry, and things of that nature. And yeah, but we're just going to expand upon like how he's saying the pre-recorded content. That's something we're going to be doing more of. Maybe some more live streams here and there, possibly. I want to do more on TikTok as well. That's something I'm trying to work into. Um, I'm probably going to do maybe a mix of like on maybe my personal channel or Wildwoods. I'm probably going to go live streaming on Wildwoods soon. Um, just because there's a lot more followers on Wildwood's TikTok, and I will be promoting Paraclue channel on there and Wildwood, and I plan on doing that soon. I haven't worked out exact day and schedule for that yet, but I want to work that into basically a weekly thing that's going to happen consistently, just like how Paraclue channel happens right here and happens every Tuesday 8 p.m. I want to get Wildwood live streaming on TikTok, and Paraclue channel combined. Obviously, like how I just said, I was going to promote each other. Um, so a certain day. I haven't worked out which day yet will be perfect for this, but when I do, I'll be posting on like my social medias like Facebook and stuff like that, and so on. And we'll talk about it here.
Yeah, so I mean, definitely a lot coming. And so we had the common historian in the house, Katie, um, about doing the experiments. I mean,
All right.
aside from doing on the Paraclue vodcast, we do have some things in store for the upcoming paranormal puzzle series, as well as another series in the background that we're currently it's currently in development. It's in its beginning stages that has to do with experiments themselves. So yes, and of course, naturally, we're started at Wildwood Sanitarium, the home away from home. How's it going, Cheryl?
It's
um
going.
so um yeah, so I mean, let's dive into this. So I know you were talking about the whole Antarctica thing, and there was one picture that you sent me. So let me bring up that picture
Yeah,
right
I
here.
said yeah the of Admiral Byrd. Yeah, so that's gonna be like the main biggest topic here that we're gonna talk about today is this guy Admiral Byrd. So there's a lot of conspiracy theories, but then there's a lot of beliefs behind it as well. There's some people that believe in these books. So there is a few different books. Like there's Journey to the Center of Earth. That's not made. It's kind of made tailored into like what he's about. But then there's like a few other different books I was looking through. And then there's some stuff, other stuff about Antarctica. I was actually speaking to my daughter's bus driver earlier time and everything. We were talking about it, and he gave me this. There was this a ship. It was called the Johnny, apparently. But apparently, this ship actually, this whole theory behind this ship, even that he was telling me about this story, is actually possibly a conspiracy theory as well. So what he was telling me is that they basically ended up all freezing on the ship and like all in place, and it's like a kind of like mysterious thing that happened, and it just like they just kind of like all passed away like this. And Admiral
Huh,
Byrd
wow.
wasn't on this. Like this is an entirely different thing from him. It kind of ties into it a little bit, but apparently like that happened. But Admiral Byrd though, like he did this. Here, hold on, let me pull up the exact name again. So he had a few different um, missions he went on. So I believe it was a total of 8 expeditions he went on, from what I
It,
understand. And it
it,
was Operation Deep
it,
Freeze was one of them, and there was a
okay.
few others that were very big when it goes into this. So there was an ice wall theory.
It,
Essentially, like
it,
people believe
is
that
that
he what what's
is
up?
that is that one of the links you sent was about the ice wall?
Yeah, yeah. So if you pull up, um, hold on, where is it? I'm trying to look for it. I should have had it up.
Is it the massivetheory.com one?
So yeah, yes, yeah. If you could pull up that, so there's
Okay.
this video on this page where you can actually look through the tabs, and if you go to
Is it this one?
so if you go to the tales of the inner worlds, there it talks about the books I was just talking about, and the Antarctica trip that supposedly
It,
happened. But these are supposedly fairy tales almost. That's kind of they write them off, but a lot of people seem to think this stuff actually happened. And then there's talks of UFOs as well in Antarctica. And
so
I'd
is
like
this
on what?
is this the video that you're talking about? Like
Yes,
it has
yeah,
a
so
tab
yeah,
in it?
so that's the video I'm talking about. So if you press play on that and you go over, it's like about 3/4 of the way through the video
Okay.
on what I'm talking
Uh,
about, and
Tales
it
of
says
the
tales. Yeah,
Inner
yeah.
Worlds.
If you start it
Okay.
there and you play it there, it
All
talks
right.
about the books I was just talking about, by the book by Verne and everything, Journey to the Center of Earth, which is actually a movie as well too, which is a really good movie if you want to check that out. But
Yeah.
it it's a really good book as well.
Do you want me
Actually,
to
I read the book at school too at one point. But yeah, like what?
do you want me to play a little bit of this,
Yeah,
or is there
yeah,
a
play a
certain
little
part?
bit of it. Yeah, yeah, play a little bit of it, and I'll tell you to pause if you need to.
Okay.
Similarities to other literary works. In Pellucidar series, Edgar Rice Burroughs, best known for creating the John Carter series, envisioned a vast, prehistoric world inside the Earth, where ancient creatures and advanced civilizations live together. In
Okay.
Journey to the Center of the Earth, Jules Verne takes readers on a thrilling journey to a vast underground environment filled with prehistoric animals, enormous caverns, and a subterranean sea, all illuminated by natural phenomena. These stories tap into humanity's fascination with the unknown and the possibility of worlds within our own. The signing of the Antarctic Treaty in 19...
So just so everybody is aware, just for credit, this is the video is Admiral Byrd's Polar Myths, Operations High Jump, and Interworld Civilizations, and this falls under the
Yeah.
website MassiveTheory.com.
Yeah, and
Um,
Operation High Jump, it was in the more towards the beginning of the video. That's the really big one with a lot of conspiracy theories around it, because what he did is he took like thousands of men,
okay.
apparently in the mid 1950s, and his whole idea was exploring Antarctica
Hmm.
and pretty much like trying to get whatever he can out of it, essentially. Like that was the idea. He wanted to actually make a base there. And I believe that he was calling it like mini America or something. Like that's how I was reading.
Interesting.
And like he apparently like established his base there, basically one of the first bases, like US bases essentially in Antarctica. And
So,
yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff, man.
but so is the thing that, like, okay, so when I was watching the video, it's talking about the like a world within world, so to speak. So we're talking we're talking more of what could be extraterrestrial. Like, are we talking like extraterrestrials when, went down there and started up something, or is this like a ancient civilization? Like, where was
So
this heading?
what it all goes to, and the big theory behind all of it, is the ice wall theory. So he flew over Antarctica, essentially got to a point where it was the tipping point, like the edge of it. And
Okay.
behind that, he found like a lush green land full of life, and basically entirely different from what Antarctica is. Like the complete opposite, essentially. Like just like beaming with life and like all kinds of like lush green land and a whole other ecosystem, completely unexplored. Well,
Hmm.
supposedly unexplored, but there's also a theory that there's other beings there, like other intelligent beings. And I believe that's part of what the like Antarctica treaty thing goes on to, is saying in that video, is that they basically, there's a theory that they came to agreement essentially that people can't go over there from our side. Like it's like split sides, almost like it's almost like the edge of the earth, like flat earth theory, almost like the edge of the
Uh,
earth, like how there's like another, like it keeps
yeah,
going and then
yeah,
there's just like
yeah.
another plane beyond that, like that's essentially what it
That's
ties
what I was.
into.
That's what I was actually going to ask. It sounded like this was heading into like a flat Earth uh, type theory, because you're talking about like the
Close to it,
edge, and
yeah.
then they flew over to it. And I'm just kind of like, well,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah, and
what?
it's like, yeah, and then the whole other thing too with that is Antarctica itself.
Hmm.
Even today, you have to have an escort to actually go there. Like, and it's probably largely for safety reasons, because I mean it's a large barren ice land. I mean you could easily go in there and perish, no problem, right? I mean like,
Oh yeah,
but
yeah, definitely.
it's pretty easy to yeah, exactly, like humans, our bodies, we're pretty frail. Even with, if we have like heavy equipment, or even to keep us warm, those kinds of temperatures and those winds and those conditions there could easily wear people down. It's like how we were talking about the theory, like how I was telling you about how Tom was telling me about this morning with that the ship, the Jenny. Which you want to pull up that website I sent you? It was a link for
The-
those ships actually, and one of the
Are you
Jenny's actually on there, and some info about that and some other ships, because
are
there's a
you
whole
talking
bunch of ships there.
are you talking about
I'll
the
tell you
list of
that.
the list of disasters? Is that the one you
Yes,
were talking about?
list of disasters. Yes, yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Okay, give me.
In that it shows like a whole bunch of different ships. So there's a lot of different ships that have been known to perish there, and a lot of lives have been lost. There's actually tons and tons of shipwrecks under the ocean and everything there, like around there. It's very crazy, man. Like you see, like these are various different aircrafts and shipwrecks that happened over time and around Antarctica and Antarctica there, in different parts of Antarctica. And you see like the one Johnny right there. You see, 1823.
Where's
Shipwreck Jenny.
Contain.
But you see most likely a legend. How it says on the right there, it says most likely a legend.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So apparently that's almost not a confirmed one. Essentially, it's just like more of a legend. I but it's a very interesting one. You think about it.
So this was shipwreck. Let's see.
Yeah, we can look
Jenny.
into it more here.
So Jenny was an alleged English schooner. I suck at pronouncing. So
Sure.
everybody feel free to make fun of my pronunciations. And the subject of an unproven legend. Okay, so unproven legend. The story goes that Jenny became frozen in an ice barrier of the Drake Passage in 1823, only to be rediscovered in 1840 by a whaling ship. The bodies aboard being
Oh, not
substantial.
right. Oh, I
Understand
lagged for a second there.
what happened?
Your voice lagged for a second. I just didn't hear what you said first time. But you're good. Just keep going.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just saying that the reports of this were unsubstantiated. Um, hmm. Influence. Jenny is commemorated by. I'm just trying to see if there's. Okay, so I mean that's relatively short, but I mean it's definitely uh
Yeah, as you
I
can see, there's a lot of different things that happened here. Over time.
we do have like a bunch that says survivors. Four survivors, 11 survivors, 3 missing, 7 burn-in, 2 serious survivors. Wow, there's a bunch of survivors. A lot of disasters here. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. And, there's been tons, and then like countless, almost tragic deaths that have happened in Antarctica. There's so many missing bodies and unretrieved bodies in Antarctica. There's just no way we're ever going to be able to recover them all, unless in the future we develop some kind of technology that could easily just kind of like go across Antarctica and just kind of like collect all these remains of people. But there's so much. It's actually unreal, and there's probably so many treasures and so many hidden things in Antarctica. You think about it too. There's been a lot of strange findings as well. They apparently found giant bones essentially at one point as well. I was reading something about that. I actually didn't link you an article about that, but I was reading about that, which I thought was pretty interesting. Which I don't doubt at all, because there's also like a theory that humans, as a species, we actually used to be taller at one point
Mm.
long ago, essentially. From my understanding, it's just like I said, it's not a theory, but I've heard that one before too. So I don't doubt it at all. Like 8, 9 feet tall beings, maybe possibly not even fully the same DNA as us. Maybe it's just an entirely different species, just similar to our DNA. I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah, like extraterrestrial activity is huge there too. UFOs, though, a lot of UFO activity is reported in Antarctica a lot of times and around it. A lot of people actually think a theory that there's actually a whole extraterrestrial base in Antarctica, which would make sense. If they can survive those conditions with their ships, when you think they would want to make a base there? Because then they could get away from us. Essentially, they could have a whole base there and not have to really worry about us interfering with them
Hmm.
if they were trying to avoid us, right? Which
Yeah.
you see a lot of UFOs in our sky that we even see today. It's almost like they are trying to avoid us a lot of times, right? But
I,
at the same time, they want to be known, but they're not coming down. They're just allowed them, they're just hovering in the sky for what?
I think I mean I go with observation. I want to give before I go into my part. I want to give a quick shout because we got Tom in the house and he made sure to correct me on my pronunciation. So
Schooner?
it needed yeah yep. So I pronounced it wrong. So
Yeah.
hey you know what I would prefer to learn how to pronounce it. But so the UFO and the whole people like being observed and stuff like to me this just falls into like ancient and biblical well which is also ancient text too because there actually is a part and I mean kind of deviating a little bit but there was a part where it's like the Tower of Babel for instance they're building this tower and there's a part in the Bible that says that they see they're doing something. They're like, well, let's go. I remember it says, let's go down. We're gonna go down and see what they're doing. which I found very interesting wording. So they went down and they saw what was going on, but then you also have some of those supposed UFO activities where they're, destroying things that are supposed to launch, um, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and I would be curious if, like, from the Antarctic portion of it, because there's a bunch of countries that own specific areas of Antarctica. There was a map I saw. I
Mhm.
don't know where remember where I saw it, but they had different areas split for different people, and I don't even remember seeing the USA on it. It was like Russia and all these other countries, um, and also Tom uh, chimed in
Yeah.
Operation High Jump.
Yeah, I
Uh,
was just about to mention about the Nazis. I was just about to talk about that. That
oh yeah, let's
was
hear it.
something. No, it's okay. He kind of covered like pretty much what I was gonna say. They pretty much essentially from what I read, they got there and were trying to make a base, or they're trying to do that. So like it makes sense how we were saying that like other countries other than the USA like have a lot more like bases going on in Antarctica. Because I think a lot of
Yeah.
it, I think a lot of it's actually like I think, but this is like personal theory. A lot of it's underground. Like I think they
Mhm.
go like underground. Like when it comes to like the bases, everything. I think there's a lot more happening underground than we realize there. Like I think there's just like the whole thing is probably mapped out entirely underground. Like they probably got a whole thing going on down there, either with partly extraterrestrials or just human beings in general. Maybe half and half, maybe both, or maybe one or the other. I'm pretty sure there's something underneath there because I just don't see humans, especially like people being like the conquerors we are, like how we go to every land and we kind of just like do what we can with it and just kind of like I feel like we just didn't leave that for nothing. I feel like there's something we could have like worked on to actually expand into that, and like
Mhm.
I feel like an underground way would be the best. Like you think about it from like a governmental perspective, like the higher powers, why wouldn't they want a secret base like hidden underneath, like far away that no one's gonna mess with, no one's gonna touch, like the public is not even gonna try to go there, and if they do, they could just shoot them down, whatever. Like that
Mhm.
would be like the perfect place, dude. The perfect place for them to have to hide anything they want. Like they could do anything they want there. That'd be the perfect spot for them to hide anything.
Yeah.
Like to do anything they want, full freedom, without like anybody trying to intervene and try anything. No drones, nothing. Nobody trying to do anything to spy on them because they can't even get to it. Like that's just what I think personally. Like,
I mean,
about the whole like other Earth thing, that's kind of far out there. I don't know about that. It doesn't seem fully likely to me, just because I feel like if there was intelligent life over there, I feel like it'd come out more somehow. I don't. But the hiding underneath it with tunnels and stuff could easily be hidden. I feel like that could be hidden a lot easier than like another world, like on the other side of Antarctica.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Personally, to me, like, this because it's leading into flat Earth theory, and I'm sorry, I'm big onto the science portion of it, so I'm calling bull crap on that. But
Yeah,
uh, you know what? I'm curious as to if he did find something. What did he find? Because let's be real, I have flown to multiple countries. I have gone out to the east. I've been to many different countries.
yeah,
I've gone there in coming from different directions. Um, so if first off, if the Earth were flat, there's no way I could come, or with the direction that I was heading. It would be impossible.
right. Well,
Um,
right.
so,
Like
but
that's just it. Like I feel
mhm,
like to believe that you would have to be someone that really hasn't traveled a lot too. Like you like you would really have to like to think that way. I feel like.
yeah,
But no, yeah, keep going though. But real quick, I just want to mention real quick
mhm,
about what I was talking about, just so I don't forget about it. So how I was talking about underground and Antarctica, like how underground tunnel systems. There's tunnel systems all over like the U.S. right underneath, and then there's also like in the U.K. It's actually really big over there. Like the tunnel systems and stuff like that. Like like all across the world, human beings are known for kind of doing that kind of stuff, right? I feel
yeah,
like with our technology we have now too, especially like in the 21st century, when you think about it, like we have the technology to burrow underneath something like through that ice. We could probably do that much easier now. That's why I feel like there has to be an entire like tunnel system under that. They have to be doing a lot of secret work there, and there would be no way for people to use like maps and satellite systems or whatever to spy on that because they would just have that sheet of ice covering it. Right? They just have the ice. Like it's just like the perfect cover system. It's like throwing a blanket over like something. It's like being like like a kid or something. Like you're trying to hide something and throw a blanket over it, right? Like like that's what I mean. Like it, it would be the perfect thing. But go on about what you're saying about. I want to hear about your experiences, and being in other countries and like what you think, about pretty much like everything, like the theories about. Well, I was just tie into what I was just like talking about essentially, like the underground like tunnel systems and stuff like that. Have you ever experienced anything like that anywhere else you want? Have you ever seen something like that?
No, I mean I've been in countries that do have underground stuff, but it's more for militaristic purposes. Um, so like I mean I've been to like the Philippines. I've been to Israel. I've been to I've can say I've landed in Japan. I've
Always
you
want to
know
go to Japan.
yeah, let me tell
Maybe
you
one
something.
day.
Doing a flyover of Japan, it's one of the cleanest, most organized places I've ever seen. Um, what was interesting about Israel was going underground. There was an underground tour that you could take, and it's underneath the old city of Jerusalem.
Hmm.
Um, and so I traveled. I went to different areas that
Yeah.
like the disciples did, and that where the earthquake cracked things where Jesus
Hmm.
supposedly walked.
That's
So
that's why I wanted to ask you because I seen on your Facebook that you went to Israel. I mean, I seen that. I
mhm.
seen that. That's why I want. That's why I want to ask you because I figured you had something like it's. But yeah, keep going. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Keep
yeah.
talking.
No, it's um, I haven't seen the actual like really secret tunnels. I mean, I could tell you that when it comes down to it, I've met some of the smartest people in some of those countries. That their intelligence is just really high. So, you know, I'd be curious as to what type of things. I mean, I've also been to Mexico too. I know there's all these underground places, and um, it kind of one thing that stuck with me with Antarctica is that it almost feels like it's starting to turn into the next Area 51. Like,
Yeah,
I,
no, quite literally, right? Yeah, yeah. Next, yeah, you know how there was that big whole thing like a few years ago with the oh, it was Raider 51 or whatever the Facebook post was Raider 51, remember how they were saying that?
yeah, yeah,
How
yeah,
that big whole thing happened that like that guy started. Yeah, next thing will be Radar Antarctica or something. Like the next thing, right? That'll
yeah.
start over a group post again or something.
So,
That
so
was crazy. I don't know if
uh,
there was a whole documentary made about that too. The whole Area
the,
51 thing. That whole like how that guy
oh,
started that whole movement or
oh,
whatever. And it's funny because he did it accidentally. He didn't even mean to do it. Like that guy didn't even mean to do it. He was just a shit poster, and he literally just like accidentally started this movement. And then he's like, "Oh crap, I started this." And then the government was investigating him and everything.
wait,
It's crazy.
are you talking about the one where it was the
Yeah,
storm
yeah,
getting?
Storm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Oh,
Storm. Yeah, the Storm Area
yeah.
51. That's what I meant to. Yeah. I remember like it was all live streamed and everything. You remember that? It's like around the
Oh, I
pandemic,
remember.
it was live streamed. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it was supposed to just be a joke, and it turned
Yeah.
into people were seriously going to
Oh
do
yeah.
it.
No, it literally started from a shit poster. Like he didn't even mean to start it. Like he was just posting like he thought it would be funny, and he just started up this group, and then it just took off overnight. Like he was like sleeping and woke up, and he's like, "Wait, what? Like what's going on?" And all these people are messaging
I
him
mean,
and everything, and then the like
yeah.
government officials literally showed up to his house not long after.
Uh,
It was like they're questioning him, and he's just like, I literally didn't even mean to. I was just joking. Okay,
I was gonna say
it's
I'm
funny.
surprised.
Yeah, it's a whole documentary about it.
I was gonna say we'd hear about the Men in Black showing up instead, like, and
Yeah.
then yeah, that would be insane. So it is 8:34 right now. I've posted the link for anybody who wants to call in if you would like to tell us
What?
uh if you have a paranormal story that you'd like to tell us. maybe you have some experiences or understanding of what could be
Mm,
happening with Antarctica or other places that may have underground related activity
yeah.
going on. Or you have a question for Zach and I, feel free, give us a call or
Tell
call
you
us
what,
or call in.
look, don't ever. It made me think. Don't ever go on the dark web. Don't do that.
Oh yeah. Um,
Don't do
so
that. Like it just
um,
made me think about that. Like because it's like, no,
yeah,
I ain't gonna talk about. It's never mind. I'm never talk about something else. I'm gonna talk about something
yeah.
else.
Um,
Never mind.
so
I may have dabbled in
this
that stuff, but we're not
so
talking
if
about
you so if you
that.
want to call if you want to call in,
May or may
the
not.
link the link is in the comment section right now. Feel free to call in. We're gonna take each caller for approximately 10 to 15 minutes. At approximately 9:15, we're gonna go into investigative mode as we always do, and we also got to start off with memes. So again, I'm gonna post that link right back in the comment
Yeah,
section.
yeah.
Um,
Tom, you should call in. I know you're in the chat. Hey, call. Dude, he would have some good stuff to say. I feel like he just doesn't want to like do it though. I understand. It's okay. It's
uh,
okay. You're
Tom,
okay, buddy.
Tom,
If you don't want
you,
to, you don't need someone that can pressure
you're be,
you.
you're being pressured, Tom. Get in here.
You're being summoned, honestly. Like you're being summoned. Like let's be real. Like, but it's okay. If you don't want to, that's cool. That's fine. That's fine.
So
I still think you're gonna. I'm still gonna think you're the best bus driver ever. All right. Either way.
uh,
Either way,
you
dude. Like,
you turned Zach into multiple types of cheese ball
dude,
memes.
you
So
turn me
you are
into
the best.
so many
You
cheeseball
are the
memes at
best.
this
You
point.
are hands down like the best bus driver. Period.
Oh, seriously though, that's a whole fact. But yeah,
Um,
so didn't I send another article too? I thought I did.
uh, not that I'm aware of. I have those two.
Okay, maybe I didn't send that one. Okay, so
Um,
what else can we talk about? So there is you have an issue with public speaking. I kind of figured it was something like that, Tom. I kind of figured like that, so it's okay. I understand. It's hard. It's dude. It's really hard to do this kind of stuff. And the only reason why I got comfortable with it and everything is because doing tours at I used to do tours at Amazon. I used to work at this Amazon facility I used to work at, which helped me a lot with public speaking. But then also just doing tours at Wildwood Sanitarium here has helped me a
mhm,
lot with public speaking. Just being with my wife in general has helped me a lot with public speaking, just because like she's kind of put me in a lot of situations where I had to get better with that, which is like in turn helped me out a lot. So, and also just seeing her confidence with doing it and everything helped me, basically inspired me to be more confident with it as well. Like it's a few different things. It's like life kind of will throw experiences at you to kind of just like warm you up to things. It really
yeah,
will. It really will. Like it almost feels like I was destined to to help do these tours like I do at Wildwood here. Just because of like how life kind of lined it up for me. Like I said, like how I used to do the tour, like the tours at the Amazon facility I used to work at and everything was pretty cool. Like it really did like kind of warm me up to doing tours. Like and now I could do them smoothly, no problem. Like I'll go stand in front of the door and everything. I have a whole method I do the tours by. Like I have this whole system. John Cena, I have this whole system, like this whole way I go, this whole spiel I do and everything, rebuttals to what people are saying, even like, like, or I wouldn't call them rebuttals because that's more of like a salesman type thing. I would say like responses, just normal responses, like different types of responses for different types of questions. I just have like it all mapped out in my head when I do this. And like I really have a whole system down at this point. And if you guys have never been here for, I recommend it because this place is awesome. Like it really is, and the history here is so rich. Like there's just so much has happened at this building.
mhm.
But yeah, like it's cool stuff. But I could yap about it all day. Just come get it. Tom,
Yeah.
you should call. Hey, I know you said you have public speaking, but like you should come here and check out this place and everything. Talk to me all the time. You should just come check it out, man. Anytime, I'd be willing to give you a tour.
So let's get into our first set of memes, and like I said, we have have the link that's in the comments, so comment section, just in case anybody, if you want to call in. We're gonna probably take 3 or 4 callers at the most if anybody wants to call in. But here's the first meme. This is
Memes.
by Meme Master Olivia.
I love how
I'm
you referred to her by her official title first. Meme
official
master.
title. She is accepted the title.
I
So
love it.
so yeah, there.
That's
So
your bride there?
uh,
Your alien
that's
bride?
well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yeah. That's my. Well, yeah, that's right because they made me their queen, so therefore
Oh
that's
yeah,
my
the queen,
husband.
so it's your king. Is your king right there?
That's the king. Um, all the extraterrestrials up there overseeing, making
I
sure
love how you're
everybody's
the
safe.
moon too. You're the moon too. How are you at 2 places at once?
Anything is possible in interdimensional travel. So,
I suppose that's true. I suppose that's true.
so we were definitely.
uh,
This time I ended up becoming the victim of this one, and Tom has already given us said that
send memes to
he
the
had.
mail.
Yep,
Oh
and
boy.
I already downloaded it. Don't worry, Zach. You are the victim of it. So um, we will definitely save that one. So yeah, uh, again another really good one by Olivia. So thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Olivia, for sending that in. As
Yeah,
always, you
yeah.
make some
Thank
great
you.
things. Now,
Thank you, meme
uh,
master.
Paranormal Unearthed originally this made this for us. And
Yeah,
so really cool. I decided to try to put it through AI to see what would happen, and ultimately, um, this is just one of the results when I decided to put this through.
I really
Um,
love that poster. I love that they made that poster. It looks really good though. Like,
uh,
they look like a bunch of action characters. They like we belong in a freaking
exactly, like
TV show or something, man.
we're from an action
Yeah,
movie, like um,
I kind of like it though. Honestly, it's kind of cool, dude. Shit,
it looks
I
like
wonder what my loadout is, man.
it looks like a Mission Impossible thing. Like we're almost gonna
All
like
right.
jump out of a helicopter or plane or something like that, do a Tom Cruise run.
All right, look. I've seen some combat, man. I've definitely seen something. We both do. We both look like
Oh
we've been through some shit in that.
yeah,
Like, so
yeah.
not just paranormal investigating, man. It's something else, dude. There's something else going on there.
Definitely for sure.
Jumping out of helicopters next or something. Like you said, Mission Impossible stuff or something.
So let's see what for some of the comments here. Katie
Mount
says
Everest.
Mount Everest and all the people are that are left there frozen
Yeah.
from oh wait a minute, no, she had a comment before that. I think you brought up Antarctica. It brought up a thing I saw. Okay, so that goes to the Mount
The
Everest
Mount
thing.
Everest. Yeah, Mount
Um,
Everest. Yeah, that's like a whole other thing too. It's crazy because yeah, Mount Everest is it's different layers. You know, you see different amounts of bodies just going up
yeah.
it. It's actually there's no. It's another thing where like when it gets to a certain height, they
Mhm.
have no way of like easily recovering those bodies. Like that's just there. Like and some of them probably they didn't even want to be, or they don't have family to even take them, or take or want the remains, or any of the stuff like that. Anyways, so
Yeah.
some of them have been up there so long at this point that no one probably even remembers some of them.
Yeah, and thank you, Cheryl. That is definitely one of my favorite pictures with the aliens. I mean, specifically King Larry. That's his name's Larry. Um, and yeah, you know what? I really enjoy hanging out with Larry. Awesome person. Um, and then of course, my alien friends up at standing on the top of Wildwood Sanitarium
Dude,
while
that
the moon face of me looks down at them.
yeah,
But and then yeah, Tom chimed in on this one. Looks like you all are probing is no joke.
you're probing.
oh my oh my goodness.
So
Um
yeah, apparently, dude. Damn. Yeah,
um mean, like we're looking at Antarctica with this stuff. I mean, it seems like there's all these mysterious places, of course, all out in the middle of
Yeah.
nowhere. And it seems like there's a lot of stuff. Like you look at the stuff from Area 51, for instance, and it's just these buildings and stuff like that. I'm just like, there's no way that that's it. Like you have to have something
Yeah.
underground, especially with
Well,
something so
yeah.
secretive.
Right. Right. And like
Yeah.
Area 51, no, I don't even think Area 51 has anything that's significant in it personally, and hasn't
Mhm.
for a long time. It might have at one point, but I think once it became more into the public's eye so much, they kind of moved it somewhere else. Like if they did have anything like super classified, I thought they moved it somewhere else because it's like how I was saying with the whole Antarctica theory and stuff, like how it's a perfect cover that no one's gonna ever really be able to dig into easily,
Mhm.
like or look into. Area 51, there's so many people that know about it now, and it's such in the public's eye that like there's people always trying to mess with it all the time. I feel like they would have moved anything that was super classified to a different location at this point.
Yeah.
Like I said, at one point they might have had some very classified things there, but then they definitely moved it. I think it's more of a like a distraction now at this point. It's just like just there to be like, hey, like come look at this, even though there's nothing even here now, but making it seem like there's something still there.
Mhm.
And like I think even before the Storm Area 51 stuff, I think it was like that. Because even before the Storm Area 51 stuff, it was still heavily in the public's eye. Like
So,
for
uh,
a long while now, it has been.
yeah. The common historian. Yeah. A quick question on this one because this almost feels like it ties into not last episode, the episode before about portals, the national parks, and even the Adirondack Mountains. The number of people that just disappear without a trace. Is that one of those stories
Mm.
about the potential of like the portals where they're disappearing to? Are these people they're just gone? Um, or are any of the ones that you're talking about like did they ever reappear? I'd be curious if you could send that
That
in the
that
comments.
that
Yeah,
could be possibly
yeah.
cryptid related though activity too, like how we were talking about, with the mountains and Rick Mountains and all the state park stuff, all the weird stuff, the disappearances, but also could be related to people. Some people are monsters too, Some people do really weird stuff. There's some people out there that are
Hmm.
like complete psychos, man, that do nasty things to people. Could be people related. It could be a mix of both,
True.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, let's see. The
The
famous
famous
area.
Area 51 Naruto Toronto 2019. Yes.
That's awesome. Um, so
Tom, like this is why Tom is one of my favorite bus drivers too. Is that he knows what Naruto is, like, it's like, dude, like, freaking legend, man.
yeah, I know.
I just love that in itself. Like,
Mhm.
wait,
Let's see.
what's what? Oh, sorry, go on.
Hang on. Yeah. Could port or okay, here we go. Um, yeah, could portals as well. It's just so mysterious. Never know what is happening. Yeah, and like Zach said, it could simply just be bad people making people disappear. Which, of course, likelihood there's a lot more logical explanation.
Hmm.
But I always find it interesting how there could be some type of I always get interested in the paranormal, like these really in-depth conspiracy theories and such. But here's the thing: there have been conspiracy theories that have been proven over these, especially the past, like I'd say maybe 5 years, that have
Right.
all of the sudden started. People used to look at it
Going
and go,
facts.
"They've become facts." Exactly, and
Yeah, yeah, no, like they call you crazy. It's like, dude, there's a lot of things. It's like even with me, like I used to tell my family all these conspiracy theories all the time. But years ago, like when I was looking to the stuff when I was like in my young teens, even I'd be like looking to, I'd be telling my mom that, like all the stuff in my family, and they'd be like, "You're crazy. What do you mean? It's insane." Blah blah blah. Like there was even one point like I was so deep into this stuff that like my mom's like freaking out about like thinking I was just crazy. Like I'm like, Mom, like no, I'm like literally looking at stuff and like trying to show her like facts and everything and like information, like all I literally there's points where I literally put together like all kinds of different sources and like try to show her and everything. She still thought I was crazy. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like I'm literally showing you, I'm mapping it out for you. Like you're here and it's just like, oh well, I don't want to hear all this stuff. And then like some of my other family members do the same thing. And now like years later, like who's laughing out? Like some of these like theories, like how you just said, like some of them are facts now. Like some like
Yeah,
they've come out to be proven right. And like
yeah,
that's just it. Like is it really? And it comes to like even like you can compare it to like so when you're working on something, uh, you know how like if you're working on a project or something, and it's kind of out there, and people
yeah,
will look at you and they'll be like, "Oh, that's ridiculous. You're stupid for trying to do that.
yeah, yeah,
You're delusional for trying to do that." And it's delusional and stupid, but until it works, and then when it works, you're a genius. You're an entrepreneur. You're doing everything right. It's kind of like comparable to that. It's like you're sitting there like presenting these facts, and oh well, you know the facts, you dug into it, and it makes a lot of sense. But at the time, everyone's seeing it as a conspiracy theorist. They're like, oh, you're freaking crazy. And then everyone starts talking about it more. It gets more widespread. All these information starts getting out there. Then all of a sudden, it's a fact. Oh, you're not crazy. No, that's right. That's right information. That's right. Oh, you're very smart for thinking that. It's the same kind of thing. You can compare it to like how when you're working on like some kind of project, like how I said, like people see it as ridiculous until it works, until it's actually proven facts, stuff like that.
Well, and you know what? I got to kind of throw another thing into this because like that actually happened, and it happens in any field, but this happened with me in the paranormal. For many who don't realize, there was a point in New York where people could not stand me. And that was when I was more in my 20s, but I always challenged the conventional thinking. I've always been like that. So I know the field has its own beliefs. I don't care about the beliefs. I always go with where statistics and stuff brought me. And that's actually funny because one of those was the statistics that I did, um, where there was a team that I was talking to, and this is like we're talking forever ago. Like I've been in the field for, you know, actually doing research for 23 years now. So we're talking, probably 18 years, something like that, 17, 18 years ago. And one of the things I said, I'm going to try to do statistics. We're going to identify some trends so that we can start trying to solve the physics of spiritual activity. And I wasn't using words like physics and all that back then, believe me, but they were like, they told me, oh, that's stupid. Like, why would you, the paranormal can't be explained. And I was like, oh, so you've tried doing statistics before. You've tried to identify trends and such. And they said, no, there's no point because the paranormal's all random. I was like, then how do you
Is,
know it
is
doesn't
it
work
though?
if you haven't tried it?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Like, yeah, is it though? Yeah, I actually I enjoy your process of thinking because I think everything does need. I have kind of similar belief. I think everything should be challenged more because like, what are we doing here? When we're paranormal investigating or trying to find these answers, what are we doing here if we're not trying to challenge the conventional way of thinking? Like if we're not trying to like do something different every time we try to do it. Like I mean, I know there's certain times I'll do certain patterns when it comes to paranormal investigating, but there's a lot of times where I'm like, hey, I'm gonna just try this. Like you gotta try this. Trying to think outside the box or randomly giving a thought, right? And it comes to your mind, and you're just like, I feel like I should try this different experiment and see how it works. And like I love
yeah,
that you collect the data and everything, and then you mesh it all together like that, and try to see if there's trends and everything. Try to see if this happens often or whatnot, things like that. I think that makes you a great paranormal investigator. I feel like that
yeah.
makes you good at what you do. And I feel like if you're not trying to do that, then what are you doing? You're just trying to have fun then.
Well, that
I,
actually,
I like you're just trying to have a good time, which there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing
yeah,
wrong with that.
yeah,
But like I feel
yeah.
like if you're really trying to get somewhere with it, you want to push push
Well,
towards a different direction, essentially. But yeah, go on.
well, no, no. Like it's funny that you brought up the whole thing of like, what are you doing with it? Because um, that actually was another conversation that I had. Because again, this is the problem, and this is why I say when you enter the paranormal field, you have to come in as a neutral minded researcher as much as possible. You have to put your beliefs aside. Science doesn't care about your facts or doesn't care about your beliefs or your feelings. They don't care. Science is neutral. It does not care. Um, but here's the here's the thing about this is that one of the things that was said, and this was a debate from again years ago, and a person, and I'm more common sense. So if something doesn't make sense, that's how I come to a conclusion on some things. Uh, the one thing that was said to me was, I'm talking about, like, we could really try to figure out, we could understand paranormal activity, and really try to figure this all out so that we can better help people. And I got backlash from, there was one team, and again, these are not things that I'm not going to obviously publicly bring out who they are. They actually don't exist anymore. But they said to me, or well, the one person I would say, the leader said, well, what they said, "Y- you can't, there's, the paranormal can never be solved. You cannot, um, it's always going to be unknown. All of it's, there is no facts, there's no nothing. That's how it's going to be." So then I looked at him and I was like, well, then why are you in the field? Like, what is your mission? Tell me what your mission is. He was like, well, I'm going out to help people and educate them on what's happening, so they have an understanding. And I immediately, I was like, okay, I'm going to stop you right there. So you mean to tell me that you are going to educate people on the thing that you said cannot be explained? And all I got was, well, I'm not going to say the words out loud, but it was basically, the first word started off with F and the last word was U, and that's where the conversation ended.
Well,
So,
yeah, I mean, like, how do you say, yeah, like, how do you say you're gonna educate people when you literally just said it can't be understood? Like how you just said it. It's pretty. That's hilarious. So, like, you didn't
but
know what
that's
to say.
but
That
that's
part, well,
that
he, she, I
that's
don't
when it
know
could.
who the person was, but they didn't
Mhm.
know what to say.
But that's when I said, that's what I mean about this whole beliefs. Like, you have to put your beliefs aside, because then look at
Yeah,
what happens. You make illogical statements like that.
right.
And those statements, that statement was back to back. You literally told me that you can't figure out the paranormal, while saying you're going to find the truth and explain it and educate people on the thing that you said that can't be explained. So if I can't explain it, how do you know you're even explaining what you're saying can't be explained? Like, this is where the field, a lot of people in the field need to take a step back,
Hmm.
think for themselves, don't think as a group. Because I love what Men in Black says, and I'm sorry if this offends anybody. Sorry, not sorry. But there was one thing that was said in the first Men in Black movie that was great. A person is smart, people are dumb. So a lot of people who think collectively, when they come together, it's like, all these different things out there. You come together and you don't know what you're actually. You think in one mindset, but you don't know. It's almost like it's like your logic just disappears. But you talk to a person individually, and you find the individual aspect of them. Like, what do they know? What skills do they have? But if you talk to everybody as a group who's all there for one reason, it's like, if you, and God forbid, if you go against everybody else, whoo. So the paranormal field's got to stop treating people who think differently as like how people act during, like, political marches or religion or anything like that. Because yeah, we won't get to the truth if that's the attitude we're going to have. Let's be real. We have to accept that there's going to be very hard topics that we're going to have to confront. There's going to be that a point of disbelief. I've gone through it myself. You have to look in the mirror and say, are you ready to accept that you're researching something that may contradict, or the results may end up contradicting your belief? How are you going to handle that? Are you even ready for it? Or is it going to lead to skewed data, and you're going to start presenting false information to the general public, and you're going to mislead the rest of the paranormal field and create this whole new belief that is completely inaccurate because you started a belief? These are things that we got to think about, that we have to be careful of, because our words can be powerful, and if we convince people of the wrong thing just because we want to believe it, it's going to take us in a very different direction, and it could take us down a dark direction. And I'm guilty of doing biased things before. I've suffered from it, and that's where I really had to take a step back and truly understand, if I'm going to do this and be a researcher, I need to focus on the truth. I need to be focused on facts. And if people don't like me for it, I'm not in this for people to like me about it. I'm here to find the truth. They always say the truth will set you free, right? Well, if the truth will set you free, why are we not focused on the truth?
Yeah. Right.
So,
Right. I get what you're saying. So, uh, I I've been thinking about this a lot,
mhm,
and I was actually talking to Brooke about it at one point even. And you have a lot of information about this
mhm,
building here and the spirits here.
mhm.
I have a lot of information as well. I feel like we put our information together, and we, even like Brooke and Lori and all of us, we kind of maybe even help with from the paranormal community. Like there are people watching us, even people who have been here a while and everything. I want to put together a book like identifying each spirit's like characteristics and stuff like that, and like almost like documenting them. So like if people come here, they can maybe possibly get a good understanding on whichever spirit they're communicating with by essentially using this guide.
Yeah. Oh,
Like that's what I want to do. Like I feel like that's a good way to pretty much like how we were just talking about pushing things forward. And like
yeah.
because we do have all this information on each spirit, and like we can usually identify, like especially like me and you, because we've been here like investigate so many times here. At this point, like we can usually know who we're talking to just by like what they're doing, and like for various different reasons.
Yeah.
And like I feel like that's something we should really work on doing in the future. And maybe we could even document, like we could film it at the same time. We could even make like a mini series on this channel, even
Well,
doing that. That'd be
there's
really
also
neat, like pre-recorded.
mhm. Well, there's also something I got to discuss with you outside of this. So for everybody, sorry, there's a hint. We got things that we're working on with other people, but I cannot talk about it publicly right now. But it's really cool. It's gonna be set up for 2026 at Wildwood Sanitarium. But for right now, not even Zach knows this information yet. So, but it's something that I've been in talks with somebody else, and he wants me to talk with Zach and Brooke. So that's gonna come up. And before we go any further, I want to make sure I get to these other comments here,
Yeah.
because Cheryl, do you think that Antarctica is just a cover for an ancient civilization under the surface? It may be the same as Three Eye Atlas being cover for an alien ship. Hmm,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it could
interesting.
definitely be possible ancient civilization, but I think personally, I think it's like how I'm gonna stick to what I was saying before, as I personally believe it's more of like people that are in higher power within our society. It's like people more so
Hmm.
than extraterrestrials, but like it may possibly be like ancient civilization too at some point, but I think a lot of it is people, like a good cover point for us, like higher up. So not like us, it's like the general public, but
Hmm.
like a lot of people like higher ranking and like governments and stuff like that that have all this money and power and everything. I feel like they probably even have possibly even bunkers there, even some of them, I'm sure. Like and just other methods of research or whatnot over there. But ancient civilization, I'm not gonna sit there and knock it entirely though, because it definitely could be
Hmm.
possible in a way underneath for we can't see it like that. Our general public, we can't see it like that, and it would definitely tie into why it's so hard to get over there. And you need to escort. Although the escort could also, like I was saying to up earlier, argue that it's for safety reasons. That could just
Hmm.
totally be like, oh, safety reasons, and you could really like list off a whole bunch of different safety reasons, and you could be like, okay, that's fair. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's a whole bunch of different things that can be thrown out there when it
And,
comes to
and I
Antarctica.
and I want to and I do want to answer one question that came up here. And FYI, Rick Perry's in the house. Um, so Tom, I hate how mainstream science will hold a theory as fact, and if someone questions it, they're shunned and ridiculed by the others in that field. Isn't true science questioning everything? So that's a very interesting point. So yes, when it comes down to research, even if somebody tells me it's this, like especially in the paranormal, because paranormal doesn't really have facts. Um, the whole point of being a good researcher asks questions. That's what we do. We we ask questions, and then we ask questions about the answers to those, and ask questions and ask questions. We just continuously, that's what we do. And I know it can frustrate people. That's what scientists, researchers do. Investigators, that's what we do. And we have to keep those. We have to, as we're developing for researchers, one of the things that I do with my team, the UNI research team, is I go over different types of subconscious and conscious bias, and so that they know how to identify when they're being biased. But also, each one of our teams, it doesn't matter our position. Like, hey, I'm the head honcho, but guess what I tell my team members? You need to tell me when you see me starting to be biased, that my beliefs are getting in the way of something. And I don't care how pissed off I get. You tell me. And we have a phrase. It was brought up by an old team member by the name of Robin. She would say, "John, keep it neutral," and that became the thing. So we would say to each other, "Robin, keep it neutral. Katie, keep it neutral," and it's like a slap, almost like a slap in the face, going, "Hey, knock it off. Your beliefs are coming into this." And I'm not saying that beliefs aren't okay. It's just when you're gonna
No, no,
start
it can.
your
Well,
your your,
when you're
your beliefs.
trying to keep it open, it definitely conflicts. I get where you're going.
Yeah. Well, but you're as you start finding out things and you start being taken down a path, your beliefs are going to start to shift. But we have to remember that when we're doing when you're doing research, and let's say you have a belief that conflicts, and that's tough, because let's say you've believed in something for years, you're going to go through a process that every human goes through. It's a matter of, do you get through the process, and how long does it take? And it's that, almost like that grieving process, because you're going to start off denying it. No, that's incorrect. No, no, no. And you're going to go through, denial. You're going to get angry. You're going to get upset. And then it's going to be like, so, it, it, and we have to recognize that that is typical human. It's built into us. We all
Hmm.
do it. Some can recognize it and get to acceptance quicker, and that's what our team works on. Is we understand there it gets heated. We have to get to that acceptance quicker, so we can continue the road down to understanding how paranormal related things work. And if we and I'll tell you, if there's moments, and one of the things that I've always done is I've looked in the mirror, legitimately looked in a mirror when I was going to do controversial research, and I would say, "John, are you prepared for this to contradict this belief that you've known all your life?" This, and I would wait to see how I feel. I would start to feel like, if I could see myself getting like really like, my heart's racing, I could tell I'm starting to change. That's where I know it's like, okay, that's just me looking at myself in the mirror. Imagine if I come across something that does contradict this, I'm going to see red. I'm not even going to listen to it, and I'm going to end up having skewed data, and I'm not going to listen to my team that when they say, uh, keep it neutral, I'm not even going to be bothered with it. So I will purposely delay the research, or I will assign it to somebody else who may be more capable of staying neutral, that doesn't have that same belief that I have. So it's tough, because uh, you know, look at all the paranormal stuff that we
Yeah.
deal with. I mean, we're talking about theories and all these really weird things about Antarctica, Area 51, extraterrestrials. We're talking alien invasions. We're talking about cryptids and being surrounded by Bigfoot. And I mean, look at all the different topics that we've had. And in order to truly understand this, Rick Perry said it best. I want to bring his comment back up here. Is about being open minded and looking at things from all sides. And uh, let's be real. Scientists have proven other scientists wrong over the years.
Hmm.
So that goes back to with Tom, what you were saying about, a theory being considered as fact. Like, scientists have said this is a fact, only for another scientist to come in and say, "Eh, this is mostly right, but there's a mistake right here." So then that
Hmm.
becomes the new fact, and then the next thing becomes the new fact, and then the next thing becomes the new fact. Science still questions even the facts, so to speak, because if something does pop up that does not make sense,
Yeah, well, it's important to do that. It's
Yeah,
definitely
it's
important.
very important.
It's very important because, like, if we all just went with every information, like all the information we already have, and just like, oh, that's just it, we would get
Mhm.
nowhere. We would get nowhere. We'd just be in place the entire time, right? You gotta question everything, right? Like that's you just gotta keep moving, question all, question
Yeah.
everything, keep going, keep trying to push it forward, and that's what we intend to do really. Like I try to keep an open mind. I mean, I know sometimes like how even you said though, like at times it's built into us though. Like
It's human nature.
it's human nature. It's hard to fight your beliefs, and not even just your beliefs. How you said emotional states. Your emotional
Hmm.
states can definitely affect you. You know, it's something a lot of people struggle with, and myself included, because I'm also human. You know, it's like I've struggled
Yeah.
with my emotional states at times. Even paranormal investigating, I try to keep a calm neutral state paranormal investigating all the
Mhm.
time, but there's been times where I let my emotions get the best of me, and I usually try to just walk out if I do.
Yeah.
Like I'll just leave. Like I'll literally like leave. Like there's been times where I left paranormal investigations and like public ghost hunts and things like that, or just said I just need to go because my emotions are getting the best of me right now, and I
Hmm.
just need to step away because my mind is too clouded and I'm too vulnerable. I cannot be doing this right now. Like
Yep.
it's definitely the best way to do it, especially when you're in moments of anger. Like or
Hmm.
that makes you like the most vulnerable when it comes to this stuff. That's what I found out. Like you definitely don't want to be in negative states because a lot of times wherever you're around, a lot of the energies at times are kind of energy around, but a lot of times you're kind of heighten that. From what I've noticed, it depends really where you are and what spirits you're dealing with though, too at times. But it's like that. It's like that, and it also just creates a bad vibe and aura around you. You know, it's like spirits a lot of times aren't going to want to interact with you if you're putting off a horrible energy. I try to
Very
put
true.
off like a good, positive energy, welcoming energy to the spirits. You know, I try to project that, and if I'm not feeling that way, I don't want to paranormal investigate usually. And like if I'm with other people and I can't get away, I'll usually probably just go quiet and just tell them like I'm just not feeling great right now. Just, you know, I just won't
Yeah.
really talk. But yeah, it's just I like the way you think about it too, and how you're explaining that with your team and everything. How you do with that, with the whole neutral state thing, or basically remain neutral. I like how you guys told each other that. That's neat.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a tough thing to hear, especially when it's like, and I have, this is why over the years being, doing management work, at my prior job, um, you get questioned on a lot of things. Especially like they say, it gets lonely when you're at the top. Well, I mean, it's very true. When regardless of any leadership role, it's lonely at the top because you're constantly judged. You're judged by the general public on how you lead things. You're judged by your crew on the decisions that you make. um, you are constantly under the microscope in a leadership role. So um, it's taken years because I've always been a stubborn person. But listen, everybody, it's 9:13. We're gonna do uh, a few more minutes. If anybody wants to call in, here's the link. If you have a paranormal story, have a question for us, or if you want to chime in on today's topic or anything else, it does not have to be about the topic. Um, here's the link. It's in the comments section right now. Feel free to contact us. We're going to get ready to investigate in the near future. I'm going to ask some spirits questions about Antarctica, seeing if they may know anything. Heck, maybe even Area 51 related stuff. But Zach, why don't we take a look at some other well, there's a meme that Tom sent in, but I also want to show some memes that I had made a little while back,
Okay.
and then I translated it through AI. And this should be like a oh dear. Um, so I made this meme. Let me find it right here. So this was funny. Ghost Wars episode 1. Someone will lose a shoe. So these are the Alyssas. I was doing different filming with them.
Yeah.
I paused the Alyssa in the bottom left corner. I paused a video and took a screenshot of that. um, and the other Alyssa, that's at the top right, that has like the laser. She was doing Project Apparition Hall, and uh, So it looks like she's going after Alyssa here, but here's the funny part. Um, I actually was taking a bunch of pictures while she was shaking the laser, and she tripped. So that's actually her. I
It
caught
kind
the
of
pic,
looks like she's falling or something. It really does look like that too. I can see that.
and the someone will lose a shoe is actually an inside joke. When she tripped, I actually caught the pic. That's the picture of her tripping, and at that moment during that picture, she did lose her shoe when she tripped. So, um, but I sent it through AI, and
Yeah.
I love both Alyssas dearly. They are awesome people. But AI was not really a friend to one of the Alyssas, and I have to show this because this was just it just got worse. So I tried this one. Um, so the
That's
Alyssa
great. Yeah, I
the
can't.
the Alyssa turns into the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, the Hulk. Yeah, apparently.
Um, I
Or
like
something like that. Like the Hulk. Yeah, it's like a. It's. I love. Like, what even is like the laser pointer? Like, what even? That's just like a sword made out of their hand, like a blade coming out of their
well,
hand.
I tried to turn it into a lightsaber.
Yeah, like yeah,
Yeah. But
yeah, I see what like AI did though. It's just merge into its hand. It doesn't surprise me though. AI with hands and fingers is still like it's
oh,
still a thing with that. But in
it
like 5 years, dude, I'm telling you, AI, you're not even gonna be able to tell a lot of
oh
times. Even right now, it's getting hard too. But 5 years
yeah.
from now, we're not even gonna be able to tell anymore. They're gonna have to put some kind of way to like to decipher that regulations. They're gonna have to. There's gonna have to be some serious changes with how we do AI soon.
Yeah.
Like really,
So
like there's going to be a lot of laws that are going to start coming into play with it. I think.
so I have two more AI versions of this picture, and believe me, it only gets worse for the Alyssa with the lightsaber. Um, here's the next one. Um, yeah, uh, it really does not
I
like
agree with flashlight force.
and now the last one is the worst because like clearly AI could not figure out Alyssa's image very well, so I did a more realistic image, and now she's a guy. She's been a guy in all three of them, but now she's this nerdy guy wearing a
That's
beard and
crazy.
like a beard and everything. Like, what is going on here? Alyssa has aged probably about 50 years. No, wait a minute. Well, probably about 30, 40 years in that picture. Um, Now, for the last one, before we get ready to go into investigation mode,
That's crazy. That one's so
uh,
ridiculous, bro. I can't.
Tom,
Yeah,
Tom,
go on, go on.
Tom has sent in a meme, and thankfully, I'm not the victim this time, like the first meme. So here it is. Welcome to Antarctica. Oh,
The penguins.
the penguins. Hey,
Dude,
T-
legendary. That's probably how it would be too. That's how it would end up for me, man. I probably just go cuddle the penguins. To be honest.
Tom, you forgot one thing though. Where's the aluminum foil? Zach needs protection, and the penguins need it too. But Zach,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you gotta make a little, yeah, tinfoil hats on the penguins and me.
uh, awesome meme, Tom.
That's great.
Thank you for sending that in. That is just plain awesome. You guys are the best. Olivia, Tom. I mean, you guys did an amazing job with the memes. Awesome. You guys are the best. All you guys, all of our Paraclue community is absolutely amazing. Maybe penguins are actually aliens, and Antarctica was their base.
Yeah, they're just disguising themselves as penguins.
It's
No one will know.
oh, it's hidden in the hood. Okay, okay. You
All right, yeah. So I'm good. I'm
yeah.
protected. I'm protected. All right.
I'll let it
Okay.
go this
Okay.
time, Tom.
All right.
Hey, oh great, now we got conspiracies about penguins now.
Yeah.
Oh
But
my
yeah.
goodness.
Next one. Talking about penguins. Are penguins Extraterrestrials?
Oh,
Here's the evidence we have gathered, and I have sources and articles.
oh man.
I get. There's probably some conspiracy theory about it out there too. I bet you can find it. I bet there's something, right? Like, and that's one of those conspiracies that I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. That one might be a little out there. Like,
Well, folks, it is 9:20. It is that time of night where Zach braves the dark slash lit up halls of Wildwood Sanitarium to speak with the spirits.
the dimly lighted halls. Okay.
Dimly lighted halls.
Yeah.
Anybody who would like to call in, again, we take calls again during these investigations. We'll keep you on for maybe about 5-10 minutes if you want to directly interact with the spirits of Wildwood. Give Zach some semi company, and or put your comments through onto the in through the chat. I will have the chat going up up on the screen so Zach can see what's going on.
Yeah.
And yeah, Zach, do you want to go ahead and
So
get set up?
I'm gonna probably roll with the same equipment I had before. That's what we have up there right now.
Mhm.
Anywhere you think I should go to start, or do you just want me to kind of decide and go with it?
Well, you know
Or is
what?
there anyone in chat that has any ideas? Like,
Well, what are some name 3 rooms? Let you know what we're gonna put. Let me see. I know I can. I know I
well,
can
last
do it
time
here.
we went to the library and we did that, so I kind of just want to do something else. I figure we probably. I mean, I haven't really investigated on the first floor too much, but like, I feel like maybe like the basement again. You know, try like the basement and start there. Well, the basement. I feel like I have a good feeling going down there. I like that's where I'm kind of feeling drawn to right now. I feel like I should start there and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, let's give it. If you want to give it a shot, there, yeah, we can.
There's been a lot of good activity in the basement recently, and I think it was 2 streams ago I went down there solo and I got a lot of activity. Right, that was
Yeah,
2 streams ago, I believe, or was that 3?
uh,
I
it
don't
might.
know. Dude, things have been moving really quick, but I think
Yeah.
it was 2 or 3. But yeah, let's start in the basement. If everyone's cool
Okay.
with that in chat, I feel like that's a good starting point, and I'll probably move at some point. Most likely, I'll probably start in the basement, and then I'll come up to the second floor.
Haley says, if you're feeling it, do it.
Or actually, no, basement. How about basement then first floor? I
Yeah.
feel like I should do some stuff on the first floor. I feel like a lot of people miss that too. A lot of people just don't do things on the first floor a lot. A lot of people just see it as like a
Mhm.
central point, like a central hub. But I've got an
Yeah.
activity on the first floor a lot,
Oh, so
actually.
we got some incredible activity from the first floor too. Like really great EVPs. So it's not far fetched.
Yeah,
And
yeah. But I'm gonna start in the
yeah.
basement, like I said. I'm gonna go get the equipment and everything, and yeah, settle up. So
Okay.
we'll be back in like 2 minutes. Probably less.
Good luck. Good luck, Zach. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go start bringing the chat up on the screen here. And if you guys have any questions or anything that you would like to pose to the spirits, or again, if you'd like to call in, there's the link again, and you can call in, interact directly with help Zach investigate. Keep you on the call for maybe about 5 to 10 minutes if you want to ask the spirit questions, or you have ideas for Zach. Again, this is an interactive show. We want everybody to get involved, so you don't just have to sit in the comment section. Let me see. I'm going to take this camera out and bring this one in.
All right.
All right, Zach, I'm going to let you take over.
Okay. Should I move all this stuff? All right. Hold on a second, guys. I'm just gonna put a grip on all this stuff. Putting stuff in my pockets. I got a really bright flashlight. Oh, you hear my heavy boots? Could be worse. They could be steel toe, but they're not. Regular old boots. I'm gonna do some stuff on the embalming table.
I just want to hang on. I want to
Yeah.
call out real quick
What's
just
up?
this time because recording the way it sounded on the voices on the spirit box on the way down. I just want to make note of that. Okay, bye everybody.
Okay. All right, hold on. I'm trying to set up this stuff. I put this stuff in my pocket. It's a good activity with that there. That was me setting that off. Let me do this. Does that look good?
It looks good on my end, Zach.
Let's do that.
I'm gonna make a mark on that one because I thought I heard the name Jeremy come over.
A lot of children. Hear that? So they said. Said a lot of children. We go. Lights off. Oh, that's too dark. Can't see it. It's that zombie on so. All right. So spirits. Wow, would John might have thought or Jeremy come through. Is Jeremy here with us right now? Or could the spirits of Wildwood connect us with him? Very quiet right now, other than the spirit box. Yeah, it's like just kind of like a weird feeling in here, but it's just like very, very quiet in the building right now. Everywhere else, other than the spirit box. So, what do the spirits of Wildwood or Jeremy? What are your thoughts on what me and John talk about, man? You hear that?
Did that just say apparition?
He said miraculous apparition.
Miraculous apparition. Okay, I could have sworn I heard the word apparition. How about the chat? Did you guys what have you guys heard anything come through? What are you
I
hearing?
feel like that was Dr. Henderson too. It
Yeah.
kind of sounded like him. How he comes to.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Chat, what
What
are your thoughts?
what apparition are you referring to? If that was Dr. Henderson or whoever spirit, whoever just came through there, what apparition are you referring to? Concentrate. I would say concentrate. Something concentrate. So we said miraculous apparition. The biggest one I always think about, and you already know what going to say, I think, is John's brother Jeremy. That was a really good one that we got. Probably the best apparition picture that was ever taken here. Is that the one you're referring to? So I heard something we choose it.
Zach, Haley came over and she asked, did he say just mm-hmm?
I heard like we choose it, or maybe we choose it. I don't know. That's something we should definitely look back on, John. We'll check back on and see what was said. Are you able to hear the spirit box good from that?
I can actually hear it better than the other episodes. Also, Haley put in right after you talked about his pick being taken. That's when she heard the mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We can count that as confirmation then, but we should definitely still double check and make sure. So what what about that? I was here filming a TikTok earlier, but I was doing a stitch of that haunted therapist that was here a few weeks ago. I'm sure you guys remember her, and she caught a shadow figure in the doorway here at the basement, which I guess could possibly be considered an apparition too. I'm just wondering if maybe you're possibly referring to that as well, because that was a pretty good capture too. I'm actually kind of curious as to what that even was, like who that was. Who's the ringing? Are you hearing that?
I'm not personally hearing any ringing. No. Chat, what are your thoughts? Are you hearing any ringing going on? Um.
That's creepy. I just
What?
heard like a little laugh upstairs, dude. That's creepy. That was kind of creepy.
Yeah. Haley says, "I agree with John. I can hear it better this time too. Not perfectly clear, but clearer than before." Uh, Haley also says no ringing.
So it's coming from the spirit box. I don't think it's a spirit box. So weird. Well, this isn't working. This battery. This is double. Yeah, the battery in this is dead. That's
For
fine.
which one? The Statico?
The Statico, Statico, which
Oh,
is
that
okay.
sucks. That sucks.
That's fine. That's fine. Oh, there goes the heater. The heater you picked up. So I'm probably just gonna. It's probably loud. Can you hear it? The heater? Can you hear
Can,
it? The heater?
just barely. I barely can hear it.
Okay, that's probably not a big deal then, huh?
No, you're good.
I just heard someone walking upstairs. I made sure to lock the door too. I made sure to lock the door because we actually had someone try to break in here the other day.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah. Well, someone they're breaking in a lot of places in Salt Lake apparently.
These people are ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Well, it almost sounds like at some point you're definitely gonna have to do the first floor because you're definitely getting activity there. I think you got activity there a few episodes ago. You were hearing things coming from upstairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up there in a minute. I just want to see if we can get a little bit more going on here before I do. Would you make another tapping noise upstairs if you want me to go up there? Would you walk around, stomp, make any kind of noise? Or so I want to ask you a question again. If what your thoughts were on Antarctica?
Z- Zach, Haley asks, "Is there a woman that keeps mumbling stuff? Is that what you're hearing?"
Yeah, either a woman or a little kid. Yeah, it kind of sounds like someone upstairs. I keep looking towards the stairs and everything. Guess I'm just like feeling someone's in the company.
Haley, are you hearing that like as a separate from the spirit box, or does it sound like it's coming over the spirit box? Okay, over the spirit box. So
Okay.
she's hearing it over the spirit box. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Haley.
All right, so I'm gonna head upstairs. I'm gonna see if we can get any activity going on up there.
Yeah, for some reason on my screen you were going black and then coming back in black. I think there might have been a connection issue.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I need to change the battery of the static dome anyway, too, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Put this down, just putting the stuff in my pockets quick. Carry it easier. Good thing this thing has great pockets too as well. You hear that? Oh, you just hear that?
I heard something, but I wasn't sure what the words were.
There's a pretty clear help through there. I know it's kind of a generic paranormal investigator thing to say, but they said hope, like I feel like everyone says that. This flashlight. I love this flashlight. This flashlight's also a portable charger.
So,
I feel like
Haley.
someone's behind me right now. It's freaking me out.
So Haley says she heard she heard help.
It's a really weird feeling. Oh, don't mind me.
Tom says he heard help also. Cheryl says that she thinks it said out.
Well, I've tried something different.
No, let's do it.
Let's do something different. I'm gonna do something entirely different. We're gonna go outside.
Ooh.
Screw it. This will be fun. I'm taking the spirit box with me.
Common historian thought they heard help as well over the spirit box.
Hopefully, connection issues don't happen though.
Yeah,
Just let me know.
I will.
Just go for it.
I will. Woo woo. Look at her. In all her glory.
Look at that beauty.
Cinematic.
Hey, hang on for a sec. Gotta do this.
Do you hear the spirit box?
It sounded weird.
Huh. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Yeah, why would it be in like a horror movie so easily? How creepy that looks.
Cheryl says I was getting the front porch earlier. Cool. Like you were feeling something was going on at the front porch.
Well, I'm gonna shut the door quick. Let all the heat out.
Okay. Thank you, Cheryl.
So this way. All right. Connection seems to be good, right?
Connection's good, yeah.
This.
So,
Yeah,
Cheryl
five,
was,
five Lego. Look,
yeah. Cheryl is saying something. I guess she was picking up something for the right as you come out the
dude,
door
I
from the
just seen.
porch.
What the fuck? Dude, I just seen something in the. That was so weird. On the top, on the second floor there, I just seen something in the corner of my eye. Looking out the window. So as I turned, it was gone. They stay playing with me. Can't wait to get that attic open to people. Maybe go to the garage.
Zach, we're starting to lose you.
Oh crap! I had a feeling it was gonna
You're
happen
fine. You're
from
fine
this
right
way.
now. You're fine right now.
Yeah, I'm getting too far away from the Wi-Fi.
Do we want to try the right part of the porch that Cheryl was picking up on?
Yeah, let's do it. So the right side. Right side.
She said let me see. The porch to the right as you come out the door.
As you come out the door.
Yeah.
So this side.
Yeah, because I know this may appear in reverse because it does something weird, but we'll see.
All right. Spirit box on the swing. Hey. All right. Is there anybody on the porch here with me that would like to communicate? Anyone wants to come through?
I
Feels like
could I
Antarctica.
I could have sworn I heard your name.
My name?
Yeah, like maybe about 5 to 10 seconds ago, I thought I heard it over the spirit box.
Oh wow. Did you just say my name? Maybe so that we could check back onto 148. What's that? If you're saying my name, can you tell me who you are? I want to know who you are.
Something about the 1920s. What Cheryl was saying.
I wonder if that ring I was hearing was wind chimes.
That's a good point. Possibly.
Hmm. Do you guys experience the cold in the form you're in? Do you feel cold? Do you ever feel cold? I would imagine you would if you don't have a physical body and nerves. Maybe I'm wrong though.
Well, I mean, if we want to think about it, like if supposedly there's let's say heaven, hell, or anything like that, or anything of those of any variations of that stuff, supposedly they experience torment and pain, but they also feel happy or feel warmth or stuff
Right.
like that. So
I'm gonna go back inside. I'm getting really cold. It's
I'm
freezing out. It's like real cold over here, dude.
yeah.
Bone turning cold. We'll go. Let's go. Let's go in this room. Shop area or something like that. I don't normally investigate in here. Wonder if I'll get anything in here. All right, is there anybody in here with me? Want to see something else crazy that happened recently? Someone broke the lock off the gift shop area too. Like, kind of ripped it off the wall. It was like barely in there.
Like somebody that was staying overnight.
I think so. It might have been an accident though. I don't think it was in the wall fully, as it should have been.
Jeez.
It's always something here. Takes one thing, the other things break. Feels like. Let's see if we can get some here. Let me turn off this spirit box. And we got the other spirit box real quick. The one that Rick made. Maybe we'll try that real quick before we end this. All right. We'll find a good spot for this. You see the spirit box from here? Let's get it.
Yeah. I can see the spirit box. Yeah.
All right. Is there anybody in here that likes communicate? Your last chance to come through with any messages that you have for tonight. Anything else? I heard something from you there. I've heard a few things. Said
I
something.
I thought I heard Tommy just a little bit ago.
What'd you think you heard?
I
What'd
thought
you
I
think?
just heard. I thought I heard Tommy come through, but I don't know what was said.
Oh, Tommy. Tommy, are you in here with us?
Haley says there she goes with them noises again. So I think she's hearing the mumbling again.
I've heard a few things, but like it seems like a lot of one-word responses, and I don't know if they fully connect with anything I even asked. So this one's much harder to understand than the other one. There's someone right there.
Yeah, that sounded like Tommy. That sounded
It
similar to
sounded
what I
like
heard.
Tommy. Yeah,
Yeah.
high pitched that. Okay, well, all right, spirits. Well, it's about time for me to wrap it up. I believe, right? Isn't it? Tell me what time is it?
We got about 2.5 minutes left for the show.
Up to 2.5 minutes.
Oh,
All right.
2.5 minutes for the show, so we can wrap it up right now.
Okay, all right. So, spirits, thank you for communicating with us. For the answers you could give us, I appreciate it. I want to look back. We gotta look back on the apparition from John. But I'm gonna go back to the computer now.
Yeah, thank you,
So,
spirits. We appreciate it.
thank you, spirits. We appreciate you. Like always, we respect you. Thank you for communicating. Until next time.
Hmm. Okay, we'll wait for Zach to get back. But yeah, what did you guys think? I mean, it sounded like we heard some very interesting things that came over the spirit box. Spirit box seemed pretty active. Um, just wait for Zach to get back. Zach to get back.
All right.
And here he is.
Okay. Didn't have a long way to travel. It was right there. But dude, we got some good stuff. The apparition thing, what they're talking about.
Yeah,
Miraculous
that was
apparition. I swear that's what's a miraculous apparition. I believe it was Henderson, and that was awesome. We'll have to look back on that for sure.
yeah, I agree.
Just to make for certain. A few things actually
Well,
to that.
I'm glad because you heard apparition and I heard apparition. You heard miraculous. I personally missed that part, but we both heard apparition. So I mean that tells me we really got to look back at that part because if
Oh,
we
the
both heard the same word,
apparition was for certain, but I'm pretty sure it's a miraculous apparition.
yeah,
We'll
absolutely.
have to double check that.
Yeah, and thank you, Cheryl, for your input during the investigation. I know you might be jumping
thank you,
off, so I hope you have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night, Cheryl. And thank you, everybody, for coming in. Haley, as always, Comment Store, all you guys, our regulars are always here. We appreciate you guys so much. Like,
Yes,
me and John talk about it all the time. Like, seriously, you guys motivate us to keep doing this. Seriously, like, you really do. Like, well, we're trying to make this into something much bigger eventually over time. But it's a work in progress, you know. And you guys, though, you guys being consistently being here for us and everything, essentially gives us hope and makes us want to be here for you guys, and and you're part of our community. It's great. It's great. We appreciate all the support. There's like really nothing else I can even say other than thank you so much. Really, that's it. And have a
Yeah,
good
and
night, Tom. Thank you.
yeah, and I echo the same. I echo the same for what Zach said. We appreciate the community. I mean, seeing a bunch of the same names popping up. I mean, truly, it's an honor to have you here every Tuesday, and um, it's greatly appreciated. We love seeing you know seeing our community essentially come together every Tuesday, and the community is going to continue to grow, and we're going to continue to push and continue to make this a vodcast better as we go. It's going to take
Uh-huh.
time, but
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
we're getting there, and we greatly appreciate the support. You guys are amazing. As always, anybody who wants to send any memes or wants to showcase their paranormal evidence, please feel free to either direct message myself or Zach, or send it to paraclue2025@gmail.com. Um, Zach, any final words before we hop off?
Uh, no, just hope to see you guys next week, and always just my heart. Okay, my hand
Yeah,
heart. But I love you guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
and again, thank you as always. We'll see you next Tuesday, same time, same place. Take care, everyone.